Hi, my name is Mark Christian. Hi, Hey, my name is Mark Christensen. I'm a professional photographer. Hey, my name is wow, this is stupid. Hey, my name is Mark. I'm a professional photographer. This is my new YouTube channel. Let's go. Book the session. Hey, so for my first video out of the gate, I thought I'd do a backpack review. I have a trip coming up out of the country, and I just didn't feel comfortable taking my old faithful backpack with me. It's a think tank. I'll get into what this is in a little bit, and I'll get into the other two bags that I have in front of me that you might be interested in. But first, a little bit about me. I am Mark Christensen, 6'6", 280 pounds, Glendale College. Yeah, so that's me. I know I don't fit the mold for everybody. I am kind of tall. I just wanted to go over what I was looking for and the reasons I didn't take my normal bag. So my daily bag that I go out and do my photography with is a Think Tank Streetwalker 2.0. I've had this bag for, I want to say 15 years, and I am not kind to this bag in any way. It gets thrown all over the place. It gets mud on it, it gets rained on, it gets everything, you name it. And honestly, after all that time, and two, I have a tendency to do this. I will take my bag off of my shoulder and I'll go like that, and I drop it like that. And these are not, these aren't coming apart. It's really amazing how well they have built this backpack. Here's the reason, well, the reasons are twofold that I am not taking this backpack. I'm flying on a flight that requires a smaller carry-on than what this fits into, the area that this fits into. So this bag is oddly enough too big anyway, it'll make sense. But this bag is actually too big. And where I'm going, we're going to Italy. I keep hearing about a lot of pickpockets and stuff like that. And when you're in crowded spaces, you really got to protect your gear, things like that. And this bag opens from the outside. So if I've got it on my back and somebody comes up behind me and decides that they're going to jack my stuff, like, they can just do two splits here really quick, and if they're fast enough, they could have my gear. The rest of it might fall on the ground, which would be distracting, and I would probably want to stop that from happening. But then I've also lost a camera or whatever, or a lens or something. So I didn't feel comfortable taking this. I think that Think Tank makes a backpack that opens from the strap side, but as I was looking at it, it didn't fit the parameters that I needed for the airline that I'm flying on. So as much as I love Think Tank and I love the quality of this bag, and I still use it, even though I have the bag that I've chosen of these two, this is still my bag every day. I've had these for like a couple of weeks now, and one of them's gone back and one of them's staying. But this bag is still my go-to bag. I use this every single day. It's, as a daily bag, it works out way better than the one that I've chosen for my trip. So let's set this aside. And just to, I guess I should just say, as a note, if you're a photographer and you're thinking about getting a backpack that is durable and can take it, man, that Think Tank Streetwalker, I cannot say enough about that bag. Like I said, I think I've had it for like 15 years, and it is just amazing how good that bag is. So I'm gonna I'll lose this shirt. There we go. And I should also bring up another thing. So by the way, I guess I should say, everybody else says it, I am not sponsored by any of these companies. I would love to be sponsored by any of these companies, but I'm not, and this is considered as my first video. It's a long way to go to make that happen. But I'm an avid spider holster dual setup spider holster user. If you're not familiar with a spider holster, it hooks around your waist like this, and your cameras hook on your hips here so that they're not pulling on your shoulders. So yeah, you know what? Hang on, I'll be right back. So if you've never seen a spider holster and how it works, you have this clip, this plate on the bottom with these, I think they're nuts or pins, or I think they're pins on these. Yes, I'm missing one. I have no idea what happened to it. I've got this one here, and the plate goes on here, and it comes with a hand strap. Well, it doesn't come with the hand strap is extra, but it gives me that security when I'm shooting, since I don't have a strap on it, like a neck strap. It really gives me a sense of security of having that on there. Without that, I kind of hate it. So anyway, it just, the pin goes in the holster like that, and now I can squat down, I can tie my shoe, I can go to the restroom. I can do whatever. I've got my hands free, I can carry my gear, whatever I need to do with the spider holster. It is amazing. The back pain is like way less, especially when you're carrying 2 cameras and big lenses, things like that. So I will say that there is a learning curve to it for sure. I mean, it probably took me 3 months to get comfortable with dropping it in like this and being okay with it, and then pulling it out. It's not intuitive, but once you get used to the practice and the habit of it, if you're a daily shooter like I am, then this is a great way to go, especially for sporting events and weddings and things like that. It's just so nice. One of the reasons I'm bringing this up is that I actually found out that the bags, both these bags I'm about to review here, both of them can accept, if you want to call it that, the spider holster. What I mean is, they both have these areas on the back side here where you can slip the spider holster through here and use it as the belt. Like the LowePro that I have here, it came with a belt. The PGYTECH, you have to order the belt separately. But it also has a sleeve here where you can slide the belt through here. So let's kind of start getting into it here. So the PGYTECH is taller. According to the parameters that I've been given by the airline that I'm flying, right here is the max of the height that I can have. The width is the absolute max, and the depth is the absolute max. If I want to add anything to these pockets and they push out, I'm cooked. So I can't have that. And it'd be really tempting to want to put something in here. Whereas this one, I've got pretty much a 1/2 inch to 1 inch all the way around, definitely 1 inch here. I've got a 1/2 inch and 1 inch in different areas around this LowePro bag, whereas this is totally maxed out. So if I want to push stuff a little bit further in this bag, there isn't a whole lot of stretch room in this, so there are some downfalls to this one, to the LowePro, that I do like about the PGYTECH. But let's go over the PGYTECH first. So this has kind of an interesting pocket here that opens up and you can access. It's a huge sleeve, but see, look what happens. So like if I put stuff in there and then I put stuff in here on top, I'm done when it comes to like the depth of this bag. I can't do that and get on the airplane without them wanting me to check it. There's no way I'm checking my camera equipment. That doesn't happen. So these pockets, when it comes to the airline travel, are no good to me. They're kind of cool. You can put a laptop, you can put your iPad in here, there's all the little hooks on the back side. There's all kinds of little places to do things, and it's really a great bag. I love the cover up here. I love you can you could have a custom patch made right here, which would be super cool. And then yeah, there's a side. Now and this little thing right here, especially for travel, like that's supposed to be able to fit over if you have a roller bag, it's supposed to be able to fit over the handle. I haven't tried that, but that'd be super cool. One of the things I didn't care for is on this side, you could put a tripod here. The tripod that I'm taking is this unfortunately heavy Manfrotto. Didn't want to pony up the extra money for the lighter one. It was pretty expensive. But the way that it's Manfrotto Be Free. I'll put the name at the bottom. But the way that this can hook onto this, it just was really floppy, and it just didn't work out very well. If you had a taller tripod, but I'm going for smaller. That's really what my main goal with my travel tripod is, something small. And the way that it hooks on the side, it was just really awkward. And right away you could see that you could feel the weight difference shift. This side, it's pretty much the same thing. It just didn't really work. But there's great pockets on here. These are really nice. This is one you can do the pass through. You can get in there, which is really nice. One of the things I did notice, I shoot with an R3 and an R1, and neither one of them fit really well passing through this area here. They both really hooked up, and that's even with that's with the plate taken off from the Spider holster. So that's kind of unfortunate, but these pockets are really nice. Like it's a nice bag for a lot of reasons, and I think it's there's just some really cool stuff about it. There's a little thing in here in this extra pocket here. Now this is kind of interesting. There's they're battery compartments, right? Well, they're not battery compartments for a R3 or an R1. These are for like a 5D Mark IV, maybe like these little Sony batteries or something like that, which, whatever. I'm using like man-sized batteries. Like the R3 and the R1 batteries do not even come close to fitting in these tiny little pockets. So the cutesy little thing here where you're supposed to say, oh, this battery's good, this battery's bad, whatever it's used, it's empty. That's it's kind of gimmicky to me. I don't know that I would ever use it, and especially because it doesn't fit my batteries. So that was whatever. But it's super well made. There's a really cool thing here, especially since I'm 6'6". There's this thing here where you can it's double Velcro, like it's super tight in here with Velcro, like so it doesn't move. You can get in this thing and you can slide this panel up and down to give your body more or less length in the way that your straps sit on your back. So like that's a really, really cool thing. And then the breathability of this back piece is super nice. Again, there's the strap to go on your roller bag. Let's head into the inside. Now, here's one of the things I really care for about it. Let me get this with the top camera. So, you got these little strings here and little zippers. Little zippers. Oh, and I should say there's a top entrance here also that you can get in that way. Little zippers. I'm a kind of a big guy, and having little zippers is not the coolest. So oh, and this one doesn't only. I got a weird thing about my zippers. I go from the bottom and I end at the top, so they're always I always know where my zippers are going to be. I can't stand it when they're like down at the corner. When someone takes my bag and they go like this, I'm not going to name any names, but somebody knows who she is, and she'll always put the zippers in the wrong place for me. I like them always in the top center. I'm not really that much of a type A person, but when it comes to my zippers, I just like them the way they like them. And these zippers are little. and there's just this little string and the little clasp here. So whatever, but if that doesn't bother you, then go for it. Like it's a really great bag. Like there's a ton of space in here for like your laptop or your iPad. This is a great pocket right here. So yeah, and then there's like a ton of little dividers in there, and they're really nice and hard, and you can change this up in so many different ways to make this yours with whatever equipment you have. So it fits stuff really, really well. What's that noise? Can you hear that? There's an ice cream man outside. He's playing his music. So let's zip this bag up and let's talk about the LowePro. Okay, so this is the LowePro, and I did put the little tripod pocket on the back side here because I did try this out, and I put these straps on to try it out. So I did mount my tripod, my travel tripod, in the back of this and just walked around a little bit to see how this works, and it worked out really well. Because you can adjust these to wherever you want, the height going this way. So actually this worked out really well. Let's see, there's the top section here where you can, and these zippers I'm sure are going to loosen up a little bit, but they're bigger. The zip is bigger. I think there's some really cool name for it. I don't know what they're called, but they're nice zippers. Like they just feel good. They're just larger and they feel like grittier. So there's a really nice top pocket here, and there's a spot for your iPad or your computer, it says right there. And you can put, I don't know, you can put stuff in here. There's a little zipper in here. You can put junk in there. Maybe something to, lens cleaner, whatever. There's a good handle right here that has the rubber on it. But look at how quickly I was able to grab the zipper. I love this. Can you see that? I love these things where you can just really quickly grab a hold. I'm assuming on the PGYTECH you could find something you could add on to those zippers to make them grab easier, but then the zipper is still small. Whereas this zipper and this grabber dealy bobber is really cool. I love these. It's just so easy to grab. And this hole size on this side is larger than the PGYTECH is. So I'm able to get my R3 with my 7200 out of here quite easily. Let's talk about the inside. Again, here's my nice big zippers. Boom, 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 boom. And you pop this guy open, and look, there's like a ton of modification you can do to the inside of this bag. It's crazy how much you can do to it. And again, I just feel like this is going to be safer because look, there's this access, yes, but I'm going to put a lock on this. I'm going to put a lock on both sides also. So really, if I'm in Rome, I'm not going to be carrying my tripod. I'm just going to shoot pictures. I'm not doing anything fancy in Rome, or wherever, like whatever city I'm going to be in where there's a lot of people. So they can't really access anything from the back side. All my equipment's against my back. Like they would literally have to take my backpack off of me to get to it. And here's a really nice, wide, thick belt that comes with this, and it's got all the little hooky things on it and Velcro, and you can like customize this so there's no end. So it's just really nice. There's little zippers. In here, yeah, place for your laptop to go in there if you wanted. And I don't know, maybe out in the country, like if we're on a hike or something like that, I don't know that I'm ever going to use this access. Reach in, grab your camera, pull it out, shoot, put it back. I don't know that I'm ever going to use that, but it's there if I want it. This bag is like so, it's really thick and it's just well built. It's smaller, yes, than the PGYTECH. Like that feels like girthy and awesome, which is usually what I run right to. But I'm traveling and it's got to be a little bit smaller. So I think this is going to be, this LowePro is the one I'm going to go with. There's a spoiler. I'm going with the LowePro. It has this strap here that you can stand up and slide over your rolling bag. So yeah, this is the way I'm going to go. There's a strap on the bottom. I have no idea what it's for, but it's cool. And right in here, with this random strap that I have no idea what it's for, but it's cool to have. Like, you just need options sometimes. Look, there's a rain cover in here. Now, the only thing about the rain cover is you really need to take it out, lay it flat, fold it up nice, which I haven't done, and put it back in order to get it to stand. Because there's a lump, it makes a lump on the bottom, and it makes it so that it doesn't want to stand. So that is one thing if you're really like, that's really bad, you know, whatever, that it won't stand by itself. I don't know if that's a deal breaker for me. I don't think it is. And I have made it stand before, but see, also now I have this tripod dealy bobber on here and it's kind of pushing that way. So with the tripod stand on here, it doesn't want to do it, but without that and with the bag, the rain bag flat, it does sit really nicely with all your stuff. So again, I have an R3. I'm taking a 16-35 and a 7200. Those are the only two lenses I'm taking, which is kind of blowing my mind, but that's we're traveling light. And both of them are EF lenses, so I have to have the adapter. And even with the adapter, the 7200 fits in here on my R3. So it fits really nicely. I will say this, if you have an R1, you're gonna hate getting the R1 out of this side pocket. You really have to wrangle it because the R1 is a little bit taller than the R3. I think it's like a half an inch or something. So getting that out of here is a little rough. Again, I don't know that I'm gonna use this side pocket, but it's a cool thing to have if you need it. So let's try something. Okay, so I mentioned having the spider holster. So I don't know. I haven't fully thought this out, but I want to have options. I just want to have options. That's all, really. I you know, when you're out and you're traveling, you don't want to miss a shot, or you don't want to be uncomfortable. So I want to have some options. So check this out. I'm going to run my spider holster belt. I'm not going to use the belt that came with the LowePro. I'm going to run my spider holster belt right through here. And check it out. There's a Velcro inside of the bag back right here. And I can place that anywhere I want in that spot. And now it's not going to move out of there. So I can put this on and I can put my there it is. And I can put the spider holster on. We're leaving this all in, man, because you want to know everything. And yeah, I need to lift some weight. Okay, shut up. Don't judge me. So, look, I've got it sitting on my hips with the spider holster. Now, I think it's a little bit tight, so I could probably release these a little bit, but you get the point. It sits really nice on the back there, and it doesn't rub in any weird way. Probably have to put my shirt in, and I can access my spider holster. If we want to have like a jacket or like rain gear or whatever, other stuff, a drone, things like that, I can throw those in my bag. And then I've got, while I'm hiking, waters, food, whatever, we can have that in my backpack. And I have this, my camera's ready to go. I can just go. And like I said, I've just got options, which is so cool. So, yeah, it just works really well. And it's black. So the black matches my spider holster, whereas it would look kind of funky on the PGYTECH. So anyway, yeah, you know what would look cool on the PGYTECH is the new leather one. Hey, you know, spider holster, you wanna send me one of those? You could. So anyway, I'm going with the LowePro. I will put details about the LowePro down in the caption below. If you have ideas of how to use the bag better, how to rearrange things, whatever you've got any input, I would love to hear it. And yeah, I will catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, that'd be awesome. I'm new here, so, you know, if you want. Cool, see ya.